Well, hello again. Um, in this video, I want to share a little bit more insights or confirmations about the pearl sphere in the gene keys. Now, this insight came once again when I was working in the Delta being a contemplative group within the gene keys community, and I was contemplating gene key 20, is it 27? Selflessness and selfishness. And I can't remember the shadow. I guess, yeah, gene key 27. And this video is not about gene key 27, but gene key 27, selflessness is the city, happens to be my pearl. And when it was my turn to contemplate for that week, the word selflessness was really not resonating with me. Like I just didn't feel comfortable with it for some reason. And in my mind, I suddenly thought, I'm going to use selffulness. And the moment I said selffulness, or any time now when I say selffulness and even selflessness, there is an instantaneous shift from being totally focused as an individual self, and it moves me directly into the no self frequency. It is unbelievable. The moment I say selffulness, I'm like immediately back into oneness and the no self, and it's beautiful. And I can feel all of reality like flowing on top of me and everything like that. So this video is not about that. This video, and so I was very curious about what does Richard have to say about this pearl sphere? And sure enough, as I go to read, he writes, as many of you already know, I'm sure, that this pearl sphere is your holy grail, or maybe the entire pearl sequence is your holy grail. But I think in particular, for me, this pearl sphere is really your holy grail. And he even says in there that the words of your pearl will have huge impact on you. And I couldn't agree more based on my own experience. I have no idea if this would be true for anyone else, but I'm sharing this with you, and maybe you can provide some feedback about what your pearl sphere does to you, the words, particularly the gift and the city. Now, I will say a little caveat is that when you're working within the pearl itself, like the pearl, the caveat is one works within the pearl sequence only when one has opened up and cleared enough of the lower self that now the soul or the higher self is very cleanly infusing the thinking process of the lower vehicle. And this will all make sense if you watch my 2 previous videos on thinking. So if you are new to the gene keys and haven't done a lot of work on yourself, the pearl words may not resonate with you so clearly as they would if you've done a lot of work and consciousness has expanded in you. And I would say my feeling and intuitive feeling, and perhaps even knowing, is that the pearl sphere itself represents the quality of your innermost beingness, which means it represents the monadic self, the desire of because we discussed in the other videos that the monadic self is your innermost beingness. And there are many thousands of monads the monad is oneness, but there are different qualities of oneness. And your pearl sphere represents that quality of oneness, consciousness, in my case, selflessness. Therefore, saying selflessness or any version such as myself, self-fullness, and I'll make a video about why I had to change it to selffulness, really is like pings you back into oneness, right? But you have to kind of be there. But I think even the gift, at the gift level, you're functioning at the causal higher self soul level, even that the word itself can bring you back to your center. So for me, I can't remember altruism. Now that word does not resonate with me. Never had. It's. I think it's a clunky word. For me, it's a clunky word. But self-fullness really works. But some people have like majesty and strength, or I can't even think of all the others. Think of what I would like to know is if your pearl sphere, the gift in the city, those words, does it bring you back to center? Can you feel it in the deepest core of your being as being your truest, cleanest essence of who you are and what that essence wishes to express in the world? And I know without a doubt that selflessness, not selflessness in action, but selflessness in losing the lower self, being merged and absorbed into oneness, is what my beingness really intended for this lifetime. And it is my deepest, deepest longing and desire. Okay, so I think that's all I wanted to share about the pearl. I'd be interested to hear your experiences with those words. Okay, till next time.